We notice those friends don't have a stop sign. Don't go. First thing we're going to do is put on our right turn signal. And we're going to match mirror to mirror. Let's go up to mirror. But then what's our next step going to be? 360 to the right. And let's see if we can identify that perfect stopping point. Stop. Wheel to the left till you can't turn anymore. We're going to have to go back carefully, making sure we don't tag the car. Hey, it's me, Jacqueline.
Hi, I'm Malika.
This is our third lesson, and Malika has had a lot of practice driving family around. Mom feels really good about your driving, yes?
Yeah.
Sister likes to tease you a little bit and make fun of you, but that's what all siblings do when there's a new driver in the house. How do Grandma and Grandpa feel when you're driving?
They're nervous every
Okay.
time.
I'm not sure we can help that. They might just be nervous because you are their granddaughter. But I think that the better driver you are, the safer your passengers are going to feel, right? So that's our ultimate goal. So, car and drive. And we'll make our first left lane change. Nice. And one of the things that we were talking about when we were driving up into this area is that you and I both live in the flats, right? So we're used to more grid-like streets that are a predictable width. How do these narrow roads feel?
It feels like more close to other cars on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like we have to drive slower.
I appreciate that. Yes, driving a little bit slower helps us be safer. Let's turn left here. And it is such a beautiful day, right at 5 o'clock, the end of the workday for a lot of people. So we've already seen a lot of walkers. We're bound to see more. We're going to turn right here. And we are picking up the end of this road called Grizzly Peak. And from this point at the top of the hill, we're going to pick up the evacuation route. And the evacuation route is in case of an emergency, in case of fire, what's the quickest way down the road? And it's marked with a yellow line. And we turn right at the stop to pick up that line. And we notice those friends don't have a stop sign. Don't go. They have the right of way. Good. And then check mirror and blind spot again. Awesome. So we have kids with skateboards, kids on bicycles, people walking, and you're going to take us down the safe evacuation route. So the idea behind these evacuation roads is that if there was an emergency, people would track the yellow would be visible in the dark. But you can see very narrow, so everyone has to be super cautious. And I appreciate how you're looking out and around the corner. It feels really good. And then we're going to turn right at the stop. Would you like to tell the world what just happened?
Like the car in front of us should have waited.
Absolutely. You know when it's your turn.
Yeah, they had a stop sign too.
We are going to turn left at this stop sign.
Oh.
And we're going to go all the way out and then make a tight twist and stop. then we're gonna look way down there past the bushes. And we really have to turn our wheel all the way to the left while we're waiting to make sure we can clear. Nice. Really good. Super. Now we're gonna pick up Coventry. We're gonna make a right before the park sign. Signal, slow, mirror, blind spot. Awesome. And now we're practicing another evacuation route. So we're just gonna follow this yellow line all the way down to the more flat areas. We're gonna go to the end of Coventry and we're gonna model a 3-point turn.
Okay.
What was the dangerous part of that intersection back there for people who don't know this road?
It didn't have a stop sign.
That's right. All right. Tell us what you're thinking as we get to the end of the road.
I don't know. Excited.
Oh. What are you thinking about in terms of the space?
I think this one's, it's good enough. Like,
We've got some room to work with.
yeah.
I'm going to cover here because you are working on using your mirrors, right? And understanding how the curb shows you your limit. Really good. And that's the same skill that we've been applying to parallel parking. Let's parallel park behind this white truck. So first thing we're going to do is put on our right turn signal. And we're going to match mirror to mirror. Let's go up to mirror. But then what's our next step going to be? Since the truck's a little longer than us.
Reverse a little.
You got it. So look over your right shoulder and at the end of the truck and just get back till we're matching back to back. Nice. What's next for you?
360.
But to the right. I love it. We're practicing. All right. Over your right shoulder and in the mirror, you're going to gently reverse. And what are you looking for?
Like until the mirror is diagonal to the left.
That's been helpful. Mirror diagonal to brake lights. And in the right mirror, what are you looking for?
Right mirror. Oh. I don't know how to explain.
It's weird, yeah. Turn to the left till you can't turn anymore. And then pivot back. And stop. Can you tell by looking over here to the right that we got too close?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to put your car back in drive. We're going to make a left lane change. Left turn signal. Mirror, blind spot. Perfect. We picked a dead-end road to practice right when somebody was coming home. That's fine. Okay. That time, we went too far back. And part of going too far back is learning to feel like you understand what you're looking for in that right mirror, right? So let's parallel park behind the blue car. I know there's no car behind it, but we're still going to use the same practice. Right turn signal. With your foot on the brake. And let's talk through what we're looking for. We're placing our back right tire within 18 inches of the curb. So we're watching us get closer. We're watching the curb. And when it disappears and all we see are rocks, we stop. Then we check mirror and brake light. We see it's diagonal. And if there was a car behind us, we'd be able to see both of their headlights. But for now, we just keep our foot on the brake and turn the wheel to the left till we can't turn anymore. And then And sit up straight and look in your mirror and stop when you're perfectly straight. Perfect. Really, really good. All right. Put your car in drive. We're going to make a left lane change. And we are going to go find another spot to parallel park so that we can prove to you, so then you can feel confident proving to the grandparents and your sister that you have a strategy you can use for parallel parking. So let's turn right at the stop. Use the circle to cross over, and we're going to exit where that blue car with the brake lights is. Put on your right turn signal, check mirror and blind spot. Perfect. Nice. And then we're just thinking, if we were coming home from work and we were looking for a place to park, we might consider parking between the red car and the black car, or the blue car. So put on your right turn signal. We're going to pull up next to the blue car. Car in reverse. 360 to the right. And let's see if we can identify that perfect stopping point. Try not to look if you can. It's hard when it's there. But I promise the mirrors will serve you best. Really good. And doesn't that feel good when you see it?
Yeah.
Really good. All right. Car and drive. Make a left lane change. And I know it's going to feel best when you feel like you can park between a smaller space. So that's going to be our final challenge. We'll look for something as we head toward home. Let's make a right at the stop sign. So we want to remember to drive slow enough that if we see a spot, we'll be able to indicate and we won't disturb the people behind us. Woo, it is a busy day. My goodness, let's take that spot. Right turn signal. Pull up next to the white car. Match mirror to mirror. Car in reverse. 360 to the right. Looking in your mirror, sitting up straight. And we're looking for that magic spot that's hard to describe, but you know it when you see it.
Yeah.
And stop. Can you feel how you went a little too far back? Don't turn the wheel. We're going to correct. Go forward just a bit and stop. And now put us in reverse again. Hold the wheel. Look over your right shoulder in the mirror and stop. Turn your wheel to the left till you can't turn anymore. We're going to have to go back carefully, making sure we don't tag the car. Nice. Looking in the mirror and stop. Put our car in drive and turn to the right till you can't turn anymore. And then you're just going to creep forward a little to get a little more straight and stop. And I'm going to open the door so you can see. This time we got really, really close. And I think it's because you're still working out, like when to stop, right? That time we rolled a little too far back and then I tried to correct, and also you and I are looking at the mirror and it could be a little different perspective, but we're going to keep trying. We're not giving up. So turn your wheel to the left to get us back to straight. That's perfect. That's straight. Nice. Put us in reverse. Look over your right shoulder and you're going to reverse straight back. Out the back window you're looking, in the mirror, and stop. Putting us in drive, and we'll make a left lane change. Nice. And we're going to look for another spot. And we've got the cross-country team beside us. That friend is parallel parking too. I love that we get to watch them do their work. And we practiced on the other side a bit ago. And you said that was easier, right? Because you could see a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's a lot to figure out the perspective on the right side. We're going to practice it behind the van. No, or the red car, actually. Put on your right turn signal and stop. Car in reverse. Look over your right shoulder, reverse just a bit with your wheel straight to get us back there. Stop. And then turn to the right 360 and lift up your toes. And you're watching the green. And when the green color disappears, you stop. Turn your wheel to the left till you can't turn anymore. Having a colored curb, turn to the left till you can't turn anymore. Left. Good. That little extra turn and look over your right shoulder and in your mirror. Perfect. That's got to feel good. All right. Turn your wheel till it's straight. Put your car in drive. Pull up just a bit and stop. Put us in park. Elbow bump. Oh. With a whole row of cars behind us, you did your best parking yet. And we're still talking through it because we're trying to figure it out together. So let's just recap the process, okay? We identified our gap, turn signal, match mirror to mirror. But if the car's a little bit bigger than us, we just reverse back a little bit, right? We had to do that with the truck, and we had to do this with this like minivan thing because we're a smaller car. Yeah, we're a Honda Fit, so that's like a certain size. Then we did 360 turn of the steering wheel. So we got our angle to go back. Did you feel that part you got down, right?
Yeah.
And then we had to look in this mirror for that magic moment when the curb disappears and we're at our angle. When we had the green color, did that make it easier?
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we were just trying to figure out like how to even describe what we were looking for. Yeah. And then once we did our twist, we just did our pivot, and I feel like you knew exactly what it felt and looked like to be parallel. Okay. So we'll keep practicing.
Yeah.
All right. What are the things that you feel like you really experienced with narrow road driving, 3-point turns, and parallel parking?
Like, it's easier than I thought.
Okay, that's helpful. Yeah. What I experienced as your teacher is that when we first started, you were using the mirror or the camera more. And then after we kept working at it, especially in really tight, small places, you learned to trust your mirrors more. And I really appreciate that because it's great if you start driving in a car that has mirrors, but if you don't, you want to understand the perspective. And, or if it has a camera, that's great. But if it doesn't, you want to understand the perspective of the mirrors. All right. Let's say bye to our friends. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. See you later.